Microsoft teases Copilot for gaming.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. All right.
I heard Dan laugh in the background.
Yeah.
You got me too.
Yesterday, Microsoft announced that they are preparing to add AI to their gaming platforms in the form of Copilot for gaming, which they call the ultimate gaming sidekick. They then showed off some potential use cases, like what to do next in Minecraft, a recap of a player's previous progress in Age of Empires 4, and bringing up a strategy guide to defeat a boss. This is a quote, "Gaming is the only form of entertainment where you can get stuck." And they seem to think their AI companion can help with that. Microsoft also showed off an admittedly pretty cool demo where Copilot for Gaming told a player what character to choose in Overwatch 2 and then offered advice after they died, like, "You pushed up too far, consider falling back to your teammates." If the final product manages to actually do this, it could be interesting, but we'll have to wait to see how it actually performs in the real world. Video game publications were quick to ask the question, hey, how exactly is it getting its information, and from where? This is from Polygon, voicing concerns that Microsoft has just sifted through all of the guides that they made and threw that info into an LLM. This is an Alex.
It probably did.
This topic. In the official Xbox podcast about this, there were multiple times where the host said things like, "My mom has been getting really into gaming." So I think so many times Copilot could just answer this question for her. It's like, bro, your mom probably is just using games as a way to connect with you. An AI assistant sounds like it would make it a lonelier experience for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Oh, that's the whole reason I don't like this. So great, perfect way to lay it out, Alex. I appreciate that.
Thanks for playing with me, Mom. Actually, I don't want to explain this to you. Can you just ask the AI?
This is the same, like, I don't know.
It's planned to be available to insiders this April. But our discussion question, forget about what it can do here. What would you like a gaming AI companion to do?
In single-player games,
yes,
it could be fun if there were more dynamic and lively AI buddies, I guess. Like something I thought about is if you were playing like a squad-based combat game of some sort, and you didn't
some Rainbow Six.
Yeah. But you didn't have to do keyboard commands or whatever to, like, okay, I have to walk up to the door, then I have to look at the left side of the door and be like, okay, you guys stack up here, and then go, ugh, they went in the wrong order, so I need to get this guy out, get this guy, and you're sitting there doing all these keyboard commands in front of the door, and then finally, okay, and then you press whatever button, and then things don't go properly, and it's really annoying. I find a lot of times when you have multi-unit control in a single-player games, things can get a little tedious. And if you could
you're talking about
voice command
built into games,
it'd be sweet.
This is Copilot.
Yeah, I don't want that at all. I don't want Copilot even a little bit, I think.
Mr. Wizard in Floatplane chat has a good one.
All right.
AI. That was a sick shot, bro. Want me to throw that clip on a timeline for you? That's pretty good. That's a use case.
I probably want it to shut the hell up, because if I just made a sick shot, I'm probably trying to make another one. And I want to be able to listen. Don't talk to me right now. I am trying to focus. I just got my clip, and I would like to try to get another shot. And then when I'm done, I can go bump-a-dump and get my clip myself, because it just recorded the last 20 minutes, because I have shadow play enabled, because why not?
Okay.
I do not.
If anyone else has anything,
sick shot, bro.
Hit us in the chat.
Sick
shot. Hit us in the chat.
Hey, Xbox, clip that.
Yeah, they've got nothing else, man.
Yeah, because there isn't anything else. Because it's just there's this whole concept of, and I don't remember who popularized it or whatever, but there's this whole concept that when a medium gets surpassed, its flaws will be romanticized and will be almost immediately emulated. So like if somebody didn't like something about a certain medium. If somebody didn't like that there was a very limited range in 8-bit music, people will go back and try to make it, or film grain or something like that. We are currently living in an era where people are trying to find retro cameras because they like the feeling that the retro cameras are able to create. When you lose this, you lose like perfection is in some ways a loss of character. Like you lose like these interesting tidbits of this thing that you made. So this is something that I constantly complain about. Like I've talked about how, when computer stuff was more volatile, when it was more difficult, when parts failed more often, when we had liquid caps and you had to try to fix that, and when things went wrong all the time and it was kind of hard, it was more interesting, it was more engaging, it was a better hobby, in my opinion, objectively. It's still cool, but in my opinion, it was just better. SLI was like kind of junk, but it was interesting. It was fun, it was unique. It was,
and maybe
it was
better
weird.
is a strong word, but we could say more interesting.
More interesting, more enjoyable.
Deeper.
To someone with my interests and my personality, better. Maybe not better for everyone, but better for me at least. You have this like marching forward where things get worse. Internet gets better. LAN parties are almost killed. Because why bother?
We're going to bring them back, Luke. We're bringing them back.
And that's
Don't
cool
even worry,
because
brother.
we are romanticizing the bad parts of something in the past that created something good that we find endearing, which is great. And I like that because we're bringing back LAN parties. LAN parties are dope. But LAN parties started to die when the internet got too good. But I genuinely think people enjoy playing games together online less than just doing the LAN party.
I 100% agree, and I think we have to find a. Sorry, I'll let you finish this bit, but I got to talk to you about something after.
No, I'm like effectively done. It's just this just is fearful for me because I see this reducing online co-op gameplay or playing with your friends. Or like, hey, I want to pick up this game. You've been playing it for a while. Do you want to like watch me play for a bit and help me get better, or can we play together so I can learn from you or whatever? That's going to disappear when people are like, ugh, just play with Copilot for a while and then play with me. I don't want to carry you. And it's like, man, that sucks so much.
I was playing Vampire Survivors last night, and it occurred to me that there's one coffin I'm trying to find or something.
Sure.
And like I couldn't like find it. I couldn't figure out how to get over to it, and I was like frustrated. And when I was reading through this topic, I was like, oh yeah, that could totally help me with that, or it could advise me like which weapon to take, because I saw already earlier in this playthrough that its companion one for the upgrade is like one of the ones that's getting rolled. So I should take this one so it could, there's things that it could observe, but like I've gone out of my way in that game to like not look anything up. So I've been able to kind of discover it as I go. And I could look something up. And I just feel like, for me, the voyage of discovery is such a big part of the joy of playing a game. But maybe that's just old fashioned, and maybe people are gonna
the
look
like
at,
high quality joy, which is I think another somewhat. I'm sure people older than me can make this argument for previous things as well, but I think this is somewhat of a modern problem where there's like a lot of low quality dopamine, low quality joy.
That weak hit. Yeah. That weak dopamine hit.
But constant, right? Like it's that thing that I was just describing with the LAN party. Like you have to do a lot of work, especially if you're not just going to one. Like if you're just doing one at your buddy's house or whatever, you have to, bring tables over, bring chairs over, bring your whole computer over, do all these types of things, set everything up, network everything together. There's all these steps. It's work. But then the hit is strong, right? Like it's really cool. The heights are really high. You're going to remember this stuff forever. If you just co-op playing games online or competitive playing games online with your buddy.
that Halo round that was like won with 2 seconds to spare or whatever.
Ever.
We'll never forget it.
Never.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. But it's like, that exact same scenario could happen purely online and it would be cool, but it's not the same. No one else
was there.
It's not the same.
So you lose that social element.
The microphone from the person who's screaming and cheering is getting auto gained down. Yeah. You're not seeing the physical presence of people. I think it's like 70% of communication is body language. You're not seeing any of it. Like it's just, it's not the same. You're diluting the experience. And this type of stuff it's just dread for me. It's just like, damn, we're losing another thing. That's all it feels like.
Okay, so here's something I want to figure out for Whaleland. Because one of the best experiences for me, gaming-wise, is like sitting all together, having the teams sit together. You know what I mean? Obviously,
I really
there's
like
things that kind of suck about it. Mic bleed or, whatever, right? Like, you can find issues with it. But, like, I want to do, like, some team games where we literally go, okay, I know you have all your stuff set up over there. Too bad. Pick up your computer. The first 8 people who have their computers at these desks, at this desk, and the first 8 people that have their computers across from them, we're playing. Let's go. We're playing Halo CE, or we're playing, whatever, right? We're playing Worms
It's just going to be
or whatever.
a laptop and Steam Deck users that just run over and win immediately.
Okay, whatever. We'll have to.
I like the concept, though. I'm down with the general concept. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to not sell every seat. I want to have like a reserved area.
So,
and I don't care if anyone else cares about it, because for me, it's like when you get someone, I want to be able to stand up and be like, "Got him!" Like I want to be able to look them in the eye, and vice versa. Like I genuinely enjoy the trash talk element of LAN gaming, whether it's directed at me or whether it's directed at other people. It adds so much energy to it. And so I want to find a way to have the small LAN experience where everybody's playing the same game. You're effectively all packed in a room playing together within a big LAN that has over 200 people at it. That's what I want to figure out.
Yeah. PAX in its LAN prime, in my opinion, not to pun with the prime thing, they had tournament tables. So they would have, generally it was 5. So they'd have 5 computers, and they did back-to-back monitors. So you'd have one team on one side, the other team on the other side. So if you stood up, you're looking at the other team. And they'd have a section that was like that, or they would have a stage, and it was 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. So it's all flat, but then there would be like the big screen that shows the like spectator view or the commentators or whatever would be in the middle, and the teams on each side. Or you're off on the side and you're just facing each other. And they used to do that a lot, and it was sick. And it was this is all a part of the like, it matters, man. I swear it matters. I know it's like weird and seems like romanticized and sensationalized, but I swear it matters. When it's your team's turn and you and all your buddies that are sitting in one part all have to stand up and like leave your kit and walk over to this other area, and now like that team's on the same computers as we are. They have the same peripherals as us. We're sitting on a LAN connection, and it's like me and the boys, or me and whoever.
No excuses.
And like just the walk over is such a psychological moment. Yeah. Of like you and your friends you've been playing games with for years or whatever, effectively marching over to this other side to put it on the line against these other guys in some game you've probably never even played or haven't played in years. And these other guys across the table, who knows, maybe they have, maybe they haven't, but like you're so invested in that moment. It's so sick. Like I remember just so many of those, because we would sign up for a ton of tournaments all the time just because that part of it was so much fun. I did a Minecraft tournament one time. I'm pretty sure I had never even played Minecraft before. I remember one of the tournament people was like, "Do you even know like what you're doing?" And I was like, "No." But I was like, maybe Copilot I can figure it out. Yeah, maybe in that situation. I was like, maybe I can figure it out. Oftentimes I could do pretty okay in games with no like actual real practice. Someone said, how? I don't remember. You had to like get wheat or something and do some other things. It was like you had to finish a certain list of tasks. And I didn't come in last, but still. I don't know. There's these like steps involved. When you make things too easy, you very often lose the fun. You lose the quality dopamine. There's this whole concept of type 2 fun, and that I think is like almost too extreme. I think sometimes just it can still be easy fun, but if you make it too easy, you just lose all the quality.
Yeah. Anything worth doing is work.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So man, it's
Type
the team
1.5
balance
fun.
that I
I like
want to
that.
figure out, because I don't want to have like if we're doing the teams facing each other setup, right? It's really hard to do team balance. It's like, okay, yeah, can you guys switch teams? And it involves like unplugging and moving.
Not necessarily unplugging.
Whatever.
If you, so I hear what you're saying, and for our events it might have to be unplugging. But at PAX they had computers there already. They had setups there already. That was Intel LAN Fest or whatever though.
Yeah.
So it might not be super possible. But that was pretty sick. I mean, I think there's some pretty cool ways. I don't know. I think there's some pretty cool ways you can make it a spectacle too.
We could also just build computers and just have standardized setups for it. That way we wouldn't have to deal with like connectivity issues or whatever else. It would just all already be set up for the games that we really want to do that for. I might just not even bring a computer. I might just hang out there the whole time.
You're involved in every tournament game. You're just like one of the players, no matter what.
Oh, it wouldn't be for tournaments. It would just be for like head-to-head games. It's not necessarily
which
for
is
tournament.
so sick, to be honest. Like I don't know. It's practically the whole point of the LAN.
The lower the stakes, like the harder I'll fight.
It's almost more fun. Yeah, who cares? Like that's
matter.
Yeah, a lot of the best LAN games are games that people don't play all the time. It's yeah. Like there isn't very many. There were some, but there weren't very many tournaments where they were games that I actually played that I had a ton of fun with. It was mostly games that I didn't really play, but most other people didn't really play either. So that made it cool.
We got to try to do that RTS FPS one for you.
Yeah.
Like we got to just do it. We got to just like draw a line down the middle of the facility and go, okay, let's go.
It's so old now, but I would love to do it. Yeah, it would be sweet.